boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score. You know, when they...
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fans Only Sports Network's 2022 high school sports football season. Here on Fans Only Sports Network, Division II matchup here in the state of Rhode Island between the East Greenwich Avengers and the East Providence Townies. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Chris Heatu, in the booth here at Avenger Field here at East Greenwich, Rhode Island. So both teams coming into the matchup tonight, getting set to go as both sides, as our public announcer here is giving some good opening speeches here, but very comfortable temperature here from the field. And we'll be giving you the plays here. This game definitely having a lot of implications for what is to come here in the future for Division II football here in the state of Rhode Island. And while they continue to go over more of these opening festivities, we'll take a quick commercial break here. You're watching Fans Only Sports Network's live coverage between the East Greenwich Avengers and the East Providence Townies right here on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score. You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself. There's going to be a shot. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch. There's going Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score. You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself. There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score. You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself. There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from that quick commercial break. Before we get into the matchup, we're going to take a moment to remember America for the playing of our national anthem. And with that, we are all set to go here in tonight's matchup. Once again, between the East Greenwich Avengers and the East Providence Townies. Before we get into the game, let's take a look at tonight's game sponsors. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Perino team. Go to perinoproperties.com or call it 401-206-8907. 401 Strength and Fitness. Call them at 401-270-3009. Joseph Lammy, attorney at law in Cranston, Rhode Island. The Local, 478 Waterman Ave in East Providence. Check them out at thelocalri.com. Shamrock Home Loans. Go to shamrockhomeloans.com for more. Basta on Broad, 2195 Broad Street in Cranston, Rhode Island. And Betola, 4 Ruffle Square in Cranston. And then finally by our Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. Be seen by being a part of our Elite Recruits today. Slap ball taken up the field and stopped at about the 42-yard line. And we are underway here from Fans Only Sports Network's Ocean State Friday Night Lights edition. East Greenwich Avengers in the dark red and white helmets. And then for East Providence, the all-white jerseys and the red helmets. So East Greenwich gets set in the shotgun as Thomas under center. Sends Thomas in motion. The handoff to the tailback who will take it up the gut. And he'll gain about 6 or 7 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
They can pick up about 7 yards. Ball marked at midfield. Second and 3.
So the 7-yard gain will bring up second and 3. The Thomasis gets under center. 2 wide split out, tailback right behind him. And an early jump here as a flag on the play. Going to be a false start against the Avengers. And that'll set them back. So a loss of 5 after the penalty will bring up second down and 8. So second and 8, the play action as he scrambles to the right side. Pass is thrown incomplete for the first down. A nice connection over the top to Thomas Sheeran. And that's enough for an Avengers first down as they move the chains for the first time tonight. Avengers and East Providence both sitting with losing records on the season so far. East Greenwich sitting at 1-2. And East Providence sitting at 1-3 on their seasons. Both teams looking to get back into the win category. So, new set of downs coming up for the Avengers. Under center once again. Thomas is hard counting at the line 3 times now, and he'll finally get the ball handed off to his tailback. Taking up the left side, and there's going to be no gain on that play. And they'll actually credit a loss of 1 on the play. So I'll bring up 2nd down and 11. And East Providence with a good stop right there, right out of the gate defensively. And a little bit of substitutions coming in and out here for the Avengers, as the Thomasis heads back out to the huddle, and they'll break it there. In the pistol look this time around, tailback comes up on his left. And getting set, stepping back, has time, ball over the middle, sails over the top of the head of his intended target. And Sheeran the intended target on the play. And so that'll bring up 3rd down off the incomplete pass. Thomas Sheeran had the 1st down on the previous set of downs. And Thomas is looking to connect with him there, was unable to do so effectively. Threw it a little too much over the top. And now on 3rd and 11, in the shotgun this time, 3 wides. DeThomasis throws this one immediately. A great connection over the top. That was number 15, Patrick Kiernan. And Kiernan helps the Avengers move the change on a big-time connection. And so the ball spotted at just the 30-yard line of East Providence, and the Avengers making quick work here in the opening minutes of this one. So 1st and 10. Sheeran in motion. The handoff to the tailback. That's Cade Thomas.
Taken out by number 7.
And that'll bring up 2nd.
Like about a 2-yard gain.
And then 2nd and 8 after the 2-yard carry from Thomas. So East Greenwich trying to establish the run, but so far we've seen success through the air, as this East Providence Townies run defense has just been doing very solid tonight so far, forcing a loss of 1 and only allowing about 2 or 3 yard gains. But of course, Avengers aren't going to shy away from trying to run the ball as they play action fake here. Scrambling out to the left to Thomasis. He'll take it up himself, and he'll slide down, and a flag thrown on the play. Probably for a potentially a late hit, but they're going to call a block in the back on number 77 of the Avengers. That's Cody Coppola, who had the penalty enforced. So now,
Ball taken back to the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 15.
so it's a loss of 5 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 15 as a result. So after that positive yardage, the illegal block in the back sets them back 5 yards behind the original line. And now DeThomasis has his man move up into the shotgun. That's Carlos Gallegos off to the right side. And that's Sheeran again on the connection. Another great connection on the right side. And the Avengers make this a more manageable 3rd down situation. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. After the 7-yard connection to Sheeran. And Sheeran and Thomas have been 2 of the main pieces, really, and Patrick Kiernan really getting involved here early in the pass game. Thomas's pass, incomplete, intended for Kiernan, and it falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. So had themselves a smooth drive going forward. And just a great connection to Kiernan from Thomasis. And that'll bring up 4th and 7. With just under 7 minutes, our clock a little behind here, ladies and gentlemen, as the Avengers break the huddle. They opt to go for it on 4th down. Thomasis getting set. He'll step back, looking to throw. He'll huck this one deep to the end zone. Kiernan with a one-handed grab! Patrick Kiernan puts the Avengers up first on the scoreboard. It's 6-0 right out of the gate here. To Thomasis, huck this one up to the heavens, and Patrick Kiernan with a one-handed grab. That's just something you don't see every day, ladies and gentlemen. And now sending out the PAT unit to cap off that very nice opening march that took about 5.5 minutes to head downfield, nearly half the first quarter taken off. And the snap low, the kick is up right down Broadway, and the Avengers take a 7-0 lead with 6:34 remaining here in the first quarter of action here on Fans Only Sports Network. Great start to the opening of our Friday night card here on Fans Only Sports Network. A lot of games going around in the state of Rhode Island. And Fans Only Sports Network there to help you catch any of the action. If you're interested in looking at more live stream games here on Fans Only Sports, go to fansonlysports.com. That's sports with a Z at the end. And you can check out your live stream passes there. You can check out the games that we have on tonight. Mount Pleasant versus St. Ray's. Cranston East taking on Westerly tonight. And then, of course, this one between the East Greenwich Avengers and the East Providence Townies. So the Avengers strike early here to start off the matchup with a deep 30-yard pass to Patrick Kiernan. And already on the board, 7-0. Joseph Ruff getting set for the kickoff, sending it to the Townies. And the kick, it's off. And deep back, it'll be spotted in the end zone and taken out. A nice move here from Trey Resendez. Resendez with a lot of space. Resendez, will he be touched? No way. See you later. The Townies strike back with a kickoff return for a touchdown. Trey Resendez right out of the gate. And wow, we've got ourselves nearly a tied game, ladies and gentlemen, putting 6 on the board. And the Townies will send out the point after try unit. The special teams coming in clutch here in the start of this one, as the Townies answer back immediately with a kickoff return. It's about a 99-yard return there. Just about 100 yards, I should say. Took it all the way from the end zone. So no point after try here with the kicking unit. They opt to go for 2. And met immediately at the line of scrimmage is number 3, Yusuf Abdullah. And the point after try is no good. So the Townies do get themselves a touchdown on the board, but they fail to come up with the point after try. So the Avengers still lead 7-6 in the start of this one. So already a couple of good touchdowns to start the night. A deep shot to Patrick Kiernan from Alexander the Thomasis. And then, of course, Trey Resendez on this previous play, taking it 100 yards coast to coast for a Townies touchdown. 6:18 to go. Only about not even 20 seconds after the first touchdown, we've got ourselves a 7-6 game. And the kicking team will send this the opposite direction. This one's going to roll out of bounds, and a flag going to come here. And for that ball rolling out of bounds, nobody spotted it cleanly. So Avengers are going to get this ball in a very favorable spot in their own territory. At just about the 35-yard line. On the 40-yard line, they'll give it to them. So now 1st and 10. They're going to spot the ball actually at the 38-yard line. So So 1st and 10 with 6:18 to go here in the first quarter of action. The Thomases sets, breaks the huddle, and they'll trot out here for a new series of downs. They were successful on their first drive. We'll see if they can replicate that here. Under center. Hard counts at the line a couple times before he'll hand the ball off to his tailback. Met right away as he ran into his own lineman. He'll be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be a loss about 3 on the play. So I'll bring up 2nd and 13. And give it a loss of 2, actually. So it'll be 2nd and 12.
Looks like a loss of about 3. Ball marked just over the 35-yard line.
And that was Cade Thomas on the carry with the loss of yards. So the Avengers come back out here on 2nd and 12. Thomasis. Defense adjusting here as he has his tailback flip over to his left side. High snap. He'll take the ball here. Throws it deep to the outside. Incomplete. Over the top of the head. Intended for Cade Thomas. Normally in the tailback position. They had him going on a wheel. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. After the Avengers try and take a deep shot right there. They've been successful as this Townies secondary's really left a lot of holes open. But the pass falling incomplete, that brings up 3rd and 12. Well, they'll give it 3rd and 13 for the exact number of yards to go. The Thomases pointing out the defensive scheme here as he gets set in the shotgun. As the tailback switch to his right this time. And the Thomases scrambling to the left. He'll have the throw to Cade this time, but he'll drop it out of his hands. Thomas unable to hang on as he fell to the turf. So now 4th down, and I'll send out the Avengers punting unit for the first time tonight. Special teams already proved to be a little undisciplined in the start of this one, allowing a touchdown. But we'll see if the punting unit can do the opposite of that. Avengers still lead in this one, of course, 7-6. The quick 3 and out. And the punt. It's up and it's high and deep. Going to be spotted just inside the 30. No fair catch called, or they're going to call fair catch. I guess a fair catch was called. Didn't see the hand signal in time, but that's going to be a fair catch violation by the looks of it. And so the Avengers penalized here. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the East Providence Townies. The ball spotted. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Townies offense coming out here for the first time tonight.
So it's almost like double wing.
And getting under center. A nice motion play. Quarterback going to keep it himself. Taking it up the left side. That's right. That's Whitting. And Whitting's going to go out of bounds after a very nice run. Fake the handoff there. Looked like they had a bunch set there in the box. And ball out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and 10 from the Avengers 35-yard line. Townies with a nice run. That went for at least 20 yards. So Maxwell Whitting under center.
Fullback is in super tight.
Fullback in tight behind the quarterback as he'll give it to him up the gut. And he'll be stopped after about a couple yards on the game. That's going to bring up second down and 8.
Number 2.
And that's Jacob Duarte.
They'll have a 3-yard gain. That'll bring up second and about 7.
Duarte.
Ball marked on the 28-yard line.
Fullbacks up tight.
So second and 8. Another handoff. No, the quarterback going to keep it himself this time. Scrambling to the left. He's going to get wrapped up and taken down. And about a yard in front of the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a loss of about 1, and that's going to bring up third down and 9. Avengers defense able to read the run effectively there. Make a key stop here on third down and 9. Townies come back out here. Whitting under center. Has the man in motion. That's Evan Johnson. Whitting scrambling out to the left. He'll huck this one deep to the end zone. Out of reach, incomplete. No flags on the play. Pass was intended for number 30. That was Jaden Orifice. And on the coverage there was Ryan Sheeran. So the Avengers force a fourth down. And now the question is the Townies. And the Townies look to go for it here. Or they're actually going to send out the punting unit. So the punting unit's set. And Whitting, the punter, he'll kick this one off to the left side. And this one's going to take a roll and be spotted just about the 10-yard line here with 3:18 to go in the first quarter of action. So first and 10 for East Greenwich. They were forced to a 3-and-out on their last possession. Defense able to do their job, however, forcing a 3-and-out on the Townies. So both sides doing their due diligence here in this first quarter. They break the huddle. Here come the Avengers, deep within their own territory. The Thomases calling out the plays he sees on the defense. And he'll hand it off to the tailback. Thomas met immediately at the line of scrimmage. He'll be wrapped up and thrown hard to the turf by the big boy over there. It's number 87 on the defensive line. That was Jasper Chakuin on the play. So I'll bring up second and 10 after no gain on the play. The Thomases surveys the scene and will go under center. And the handoff, play action, steps up, throws this one deep downfield, and caught! Cade Thomas with the catch past the 50, still on his feet. He's finally corralled and taken down at the Providence 40-yard line. And that's enough for an Avengers first down. A 50-yard connection, and the Avengers continue to march upfield. The vertical pass play has been unbelievable for them tonight. They've been exploiting this secondary. 2 safeties were set back too on that play, and the Townies had no answer for it. So after the 50-yard connection to Cade Thomas, the Thomases under center, he already has over 100 yards on the night so far. And the handoff to the tailback. He'll take it to the right, and it looks like he'll be tackled for no gain. That'll bring up second down. Handoff was to Carlos Gallegos. Gallegos and Cade in the run game have been rather unsuccessful up till this point. Avengers' run game has been very lackluster, but they've made up for it through the passes through the air. The Townies really needing to clamp down if they want to have a chance in this one. They're able to stop one portion of the offensive gameplay. But we'll see if the defense has an answer as this Avengers unit's just marching with ease downfield. Second and 10 after that big 50-yard connection to Cade Thomas, and DeThomasis scrambling to the left as the pressure's there. He'll huck this one deep to the left side, and he had a man on the sideline. Falls incomplete, bringing up third down. That was number 9, Spencer Warburton. Had the toes down and everything. He just couldn't bring the pass in cleanly. So back-to-back, no gains on the play, no gain on the run, an incomplete pass through the air. That brings up third down for the Avengers. Looking to make something happen after the deep 50-yard bomb we saw on the last play, on the last series of downs. DeThomasis in the shotgun. And he'll look to throw to the left side. Gets the pass off to Kiernan, and the ball pops out. Incomplete. What a great defensive effort there from number 7. That was Evan Johnson getting in to make the tough tackle. And Kiernan would have had the first if he was able to keep the ball in possession. Well, that'll bring up fourth down, so that's going to send out the punting unit. Joseph Ruff to get set. Avengers are definitely going to want that last pass play back. Kiernan definitely going to want that last ball back. So Ruff getting set. And the punt, it's up and taking a really high arc here towards the sideline. Out of bounds just past the 30-yard line. So the Townies, with not much time left to go here in the first quarter of action, will get a set of downs about the 28-yard line. It's been a very good start to this first quarter of action. Avengers lead early here with a nice pass to Patrick Kiernan to open things up, and then an 100-yard kickoff return from Trey Resendez of East Providence. Yeah, weren't able to come up with the point after try to take the lead here in this one. So Whiting looking to throw. He will fall incomplete. Over pass intended for number 3, Yusuf Abdullah. So I'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 46 to go.
We got I-wing.
Under center. Whiting. He's going to hand it off. Counter over to Evan Johnson. Johnson taking it upfield, and he's corralled down. But it looks like he had enough for the first down. And so the Townies move the chains. Or no, they're actually going to call him just shy. So that's going to bring up third down and 1. A very short one, a very generous one. It looked like by inches almost. Nearly gave him the first. Under center, Whiting. Handed off to the fullback. And he'll take it across. Looks like it's going to be enough. They signal it. Good enough for a first down.
That's good enough for a Townie first down.
So the Townies pick up the first down.
First and 10 Townies.
And the last 10 seconds going to run off here. They hand it off to the tailback. He'll gain another first down. A hard-fought play. And that was Joseph Cabral or Stephen Clark on the run. So quarter expires here.
Good for a Townie first down.
So that concludes quarter 1 in the affair. Avengers lead the Townies after 1. Score 7-6. We're going to take a break here on Fans Only Sports Network, and we'll be right back for the start of the second quarter.
The other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
here on Fans Only Sports Network. For the start of the second quarter, East Greenwich leading East Providence by a score of 7-6. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, here, check out more of on-demand action from Fans Only Sports Network here across the state. Cranston East taking on the Tiverton Tigers tomorrow in field hockey at 12 o'clock. And then girls college hockey as the Providence women will play their matchup tomorrow at 1 p.m. And then Bryant going to be playing Sunday at 2:50. All of that here on Fans Only Sports Network. And a handoff to Davis Pinto. Jared Davis Pinto on the carry. So it's a gain of 4 on the play. That's going to bring up second down and 6 for the Townies. Whiting under center. And he'll hand it off here. No, play action as he rolls out to the right. Feels the pressure. Escapes that pressure as he takes it past the line. And he's going to gain a couple on the play. That's a great effort there as Maxwell Whiting was facing a lot of pressure. He had 2 guys all over him. Was able to find the hole. And a gain of 3 on the scramble. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3. So 3rd down and 3 for the Townies. Avengers, they've been able to reduce this run game, but it's slowly starting to pick up here. Townies looking to continue to exploit that run game. Whiting has the man in motion. He's going to hand it off to the fullback. No, keep it himself. Whiting taking it to the left. Wide open lane. He will go the whole way for a Townies touchdown. Maxwell Whiting puts the Townies on the board and gives them their first lead of the evening. An excellent run there with the key block set right on the left side from both the guard and the receivers, including the fullback, who was faked the handoff initially. Whiting faking everyone out, including myself up in the booth. And now score sitting at 12-7, but they're going to send out the offense to go for 2 to make it a 1-score game. And flags thrown, multiple flags thrown. So that's going to be a false start. And so the Townies are going to get pushed back a few extra yards to go for 2 again. And it looks like it's Evan Johnson who's in at the quarterback position. And they'll break the huddle. So no, Whiting still in under center. Johnson in motion. And fullback has the ball. And they're going to be able to stop him before he can make it past the 5-yard line. There's Stephen Clark. So after another failed 2-point try, but the touchdown is success, the Townies lead this one for the first time this evening by a score of 12-7. A touchdown for the Avengers would put them up here, including the point after try would put them up by 2. So the Townies were looking on that one on the 2-point try to make the score dead even. Unable to do so, but they do get their first lead of the game. Lucas Santa Cruz, the kicker for East Providence.
Was that Patrick not getting to the quarterback? Jeez,
And both sides set. They'll trot forward and send this one away. And met and brought down just shy of the 35. That was Ryan Sheeran. So let's give you the word from tonight's game sponsors. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Perino Properties. Mention Fans Only Sports and get $500 credit towards buying or selling your home. 401 Strength and Fitness, 401-270-3009. Joseph Lammy, attorney at law in Cranston, Rhode Island, 696 Reservoir Ave. The Local on 478 Waterman Ave in East Providence, Rhode Island. Check them out at thelocal.com. Shamrock Home Loans. Go to shamrockhomeloans.com for more. Basta Ristorino on Broad. And Batola, 44 Rolfel Square in Cranston, Rhode Island. Finally, by our elite recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 60,000 coaches across 30 NCAA sports. Be seen by signing up for your RR Elite Recruits profile today. So a 5-yard gain on that previous play. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Thomas set, and the handoff. Play action. He scrambles to the right, has to get the pass off. Ball nearly caught by number 2. That was Javen David. Unable to bring the pass down cleanly, and it falls incomplete. 3rd and 5. Thomas had to get the pass off quickly. And the Avengers facing a 3-and-out potentially. And 3rd down and 5 after the previous play fell incomplete with 9:35 to go here in the second quarter.
Now you got a 3, yep.
3rd down and 5 for Thomas and crew in the shotgun. Looks to the right side. He'll get the pass off complete. And a 1st down picked up by East Greenwich. That was Thomas Sheeran. First time he's caught a pass since the first half, or the first quarter. And the Avengers effectively move the ball upfield through the air for a new set of downs.
Ball is marked at the 47-yard line. First and 10 Avengers.
They got a deal. Oh, they got a guy down.
And stoppage of play. There's a player down on the turf. That's Trey Resendez, who had the kickoff return for a touchdown in the early beginnings of this one. So while they take a timeout to take a look at him, we'll take a timeout ourselves. You're watching Fans Only Sports Network's Ocean State Friday Night Lights edition. And we'll be right back after the break. From the action here, 9:07, well, just under 9:07 now, under 9 minutes. And flags thrown as Thomas is stopped in his tracks. And it's going to be a false start against the East Greenwich offense. So a loss of 5 on the play is going to bring up 1st and 15.
5-yard penalty, make it 1st and 15. Ball be on the 42-yard line. 1st and 15.
So 1st and 15 from the Avengers' 43-yard line. For the break, they were able to move the chains effectively with a nice pass to Thomas Sheeran. Thomas steps up in the pocket. He'll take it himself and nearly gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, but he'll be thrown down about a yard short. So,
Right back to that, so it'll make it 2nd and 10.
so it's going to bring, so they'll give him the 5-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 as the Thomases puts them back at the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 after the 5-yard scramble. The Thomases has Gallegos there, and a whistle called, timeout called by East Providence, their first timeout of tonight's game. And while they take a timeout, we'll step aside ourselves. Back in the moment here as the East Greenwich Avengers trail the Townies by a score of 12-7. And back after that very brief commercial break as the Townies use the first of their timeouts here in this one. 2nd and 10 for the Avengers. DeThomasis in the shotgun. And he'll step up, takes the snap, and has the time as he throws it over the middle for Sheeran. And it's a short gain of about 2.
Called a 2-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 after the 2-yard reception to Sheeran.
Ball is marked on the 49-yard line.
So the ball spotted at the 49-yard line. Avengers 8 yards to go for a new set of downs. And they definitely look to make things, well, swing this game back in their favor and retake the lead as we're rapidly approaching the conclusion of the first half. DeThomasis, he'll step back, looking to throw off to the left, intercepted! Ball taken away there by Trey Resendez. Resendez with blocks. He'll take it to the left before he's finally taken and corralled down. Trey Resendez was on the ground on the last play, and he gets back up and gets himself a nice interception to go along with his 100-yard touchdown return to start off things here. So 1st and 10 for the Townies from the Avengers' 29-yard line. And with 6:56 to go, they look to increase their lead by another possession.
1st and 10 from the 28.
So Trey Resendez coming up big for his team. As the Townies get set, Whiting, and he'll hand it off to the tailback. No, keeping himself a flip off to the right there as Yusuf Abdullah takes it past for the first down and more. And the Townies move the chains immediately at the start of this series.
That's the 1st down, Townies.
As the ball was taken out of bounds.
Ball marked at the 11-yard line.
But a new set of downs once again with inside the 15-yard line, spotted at the 12, the 11. Whiting, he'll keep it himself. Whiting taking it up the gut, scrambling across. Did he get it? He is in for 6. And just like that, East Providence moves up here in this one, and they'll make it an 18-7 lead. And scrambling to the left here. Whiting, and the pass will fall incomplete.
25 left in the first half. The Townies 18, your Avengers 7.
So score 18-7. And back here, 6:16 remaining in the second quarter. Apologies for the incorrect time here on our scoreboard. We are going to wait for that clock to catch up to ours. So Avengers, after the interception, defense allows a touchdown. Score now 18-7. And Avengers have a lot of ground to make up for after allowing back-to-back touchdowns here from the Townies. So DeThomasis in the shotgun. And he'll step back, looking for a man. He'll step up into the pocket. He'll be met by a Townie defender, wrapped up and brought down by number 42. That's Jacob Poor on the sack. And so now that's going to be a loss of yards. And it's a loss of about 3. So bring up 2nd and 13. Or they'll give him 14 yards. And the handoff. The ball loose. And Avengers able to get on top of it. So it's a loss of a few more yards. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
3rd and about 16.
So a loss of 2 after the fumble.
28-yard line.
DeThomasis coming back out. 5 minutes to go in this first half of action as they break the huddle. Four wide, split out for the offense. DeThomasis stepping back, looking to throw towards the sideline, has a man. He'll take it upfield, and he'll be brought down past the original line of scrimmage. That was Ryan Sheeran. And so now 4th down coming up for East Greenwich.
Will be marked on the 38-yard line. 4th down. Ruff is on the punt. Back number 1, Resendes, flanked by number 8, Pinto.
And the punting unit out once again. And the kick, deep one, knocked the punter right to his butt. And taking it upfield there is Davis Pinto. Pinto breaks out of 1 tackle. He takes it to the right side, up the sideline. He'll finally be forced out of bounds. But a flag down.
Probably on about the 47-yard line.
So 3:51 to go. So the Townies with the ball, handoff up the right side. Plenty of room. Breaks through one tackle as he's brought down by his shoulders and thrown down to the turf. That was a hard run from Timothy Harrington III. Warburton to bring him down.
County first down. Ball marked on the 39-yard line of the Avengers. First and 10.
So 1st and 10. After the new set of downs. And scrambling off to the left. Whiting has time. He'll still stay on his feet. Gets the pass off. Is it complete? No. Hit the turf before it could get into the receiver's hands. Pass was intended for number 7. That's Evan Johnson. He's been doing a lot of the end-around moves for the Townies this evening.
Make it 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 from the 30.
About to hit 8 o'clock, the top of the hour here, as the first half nearly coming to a conclusion with 3:15 remaining. And Townies on 2nd and 10. Whiting has a man in motion, going off to the right side. And defensive line shifts accordingly. A handoff to the fullback, and he's going to be corralled immediately and thrown down, wrapped around his neck almost. And that was Jordan Estrella with the carry.
And about 2, we'll call it 3rd and 8.
So that'll be a gain of 2, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
42-yard line. 3rd and 8.
Man in motion. Whiting looks to throw as Johnson's blocking for him. A deep shot. Caught to the end zone. Touchdown. Timothy Harrington III. Or excuse me, Yusuf Abdullah. And the Townies with a nice deep throw to Yusuf Abdullah put themselves on the scoreboard once again. They now lead this one by 3 possessions. And Yusuf Abdullah just wide open. The corner fell down on the previous play. With 2:30 remaining, they'll send out the offense for the 2-point try. Handoff up the gut. And waiting for the hand signals. It is across the line and good. So with 2:30 remaining, score sitting at 26-7. The Avengers trailing by multiple possessions here, as we are about to hit the end of the first half of action here from East Greenwich, Rhode Island. And the kick, it's up and away. And taking it up there is Sheeran. And ball spotted at the 36-yard line.
We'll place it on the 35. 1st and 10 Avengers.
So 1st and 10 from the 35 with 2:20 to go. DeThomasis under center. And ball snapped, fumbled. DeThomasis has to get back on it in time, and he'll do so. Well, it's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 13 if things couldn't get worse They just continue to get worse for this Avengers unit as they just struggle to continue to move this ball upfield. Many of the mistakes occurring right at the line of scrimmage, as you saw there. So now just under 2 minutes to go. And of course in high school, no 2-minute warning. So now that'll bring up 2nd and 13. To Thomasis, stepping back, throws it to the right, caught by Sheeran. Sheeran up the middle as he made one man miss, and he'll gain the first down on a gain of about 14. And a new set of downs for East Greenwich coming up. Under a minute and 35 to go. As the offense quickly trying to get to the line of scrimmage to get a playoff. The Thomasis signals. Under a minute and a half remaining. Stepping back. Throws it over the middle to Sheeran and falls incomplete. Ball tipped right at the line of scrimmage. Nearly caught by Sheeran when the ball was tipped. And Avengers buy themselves some time with a minute 18 to go. I'll bring up 2nd down after the incomplete pass. And to Thomasis. Looking to throw it to the right side on the sideline, out of the hands of Sheeran. Incomplete. You got to like where his head was at, but Sheeran a little too far over the top for him to bring it down cleanly. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Avengers with a minute and 14 to go. They've really put themselves in a lot of key 3rd down situations in desperate need to convert. They've done a good job each time of doing so, but we'll see if they can convert this time around on 3rd and 10. Very manageable spot for the offense. To Thomasis. He'll step back. Has time. He'll throw it over the middle. Incomplete. In fact, intercepted by the defense. That's number 8, Jahad Davis-Pinto. And with a minute and 1 second remaining, the Townies get their second turnover of the game. Takeaway was the key word I was looking for there. And with about 59 seconds to go, they control this one, and player down on the field. Score sitting at 26-7 with 59 seconds to go. We'll be right back after the timeout break here on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. 1st down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail another shot on goal.
Back after the timeout with 59 seconds to go. And Whiting has a man on the sideline. It'll fall down incomplete with 54 to go. I'll bring up 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. So 2nd and 10. Has a man in motion, the handoff, and Whiting took the play himself. The Avengers read it perfectly, and they'll force a loss of yards. So that's going to bring third down and 1. They'll give them a 1-yard loss. Clock ticking away. So third down and 11 for the Townies. They're likely going to just let this first half clock trickle away.
If they do snap it, figure it's bombs away, right?
Could be expecting some type of deep pass here, potentially, as there'll still be a little bit of time left on the play clock for Whiting. Johnson in motion. Whiting scrambling off to the left. He's got pressure. He'll throw it over the middle, complete to his man. And they're going to call a timeout with 1 second to go. Townies get it off in time. Pass was complete over the middle to number 42. That's Jacob Poor. And Townies convert just past the 50, close to the Avengers 35-yard line. Or, excuse me, they're at the Avengers 46 with 1 second to go. Likely a Hail Mary to come here as both teams talk things over on the sideline. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow at 12 o'clock, some high school field hockey between the Cranston East Thunderbolts and the Tollgate Tigers. Then tomorrow, some club college girls ice hockey. And that's tomorrow at 1 p.m. And then on Sunday, men's ice hockey, Bryant University at 2:50 p.m. right here on Fans Only Sports. Not much time to go. 1 second as Whiting steps back. Clock expires as he hucks this one deep to the sideline. Tipped away, out of play. And we'll head to halftime. Score sitting 26-7. The East Providence Townies lead the East Greenwich Avengers in the start of this one. We're going to take a break for the half, and we'll be back for the start of the second half here on Fans Only Sports Network. Townies leading the Avengers by a score of 26-7.
your alumni of the game, along with Chain Gang, Big John Anderson from 1987. Big John Anderson.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after that brief intermission. After 2 halves of action, the score sits at 26-7. East Providence Townies leading the East Greenwich Avengers here in this one from East Greenwich High School here in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. I'm Chris Hetu, here from Fans Only Sports Network, giving you the play-by-play commentary of this one. So the Townies leading by multiple possessions, 3 possessions to be exact at this point. Avengers received the kick to start off the game. They will kick this one off to start the second half. So Aiden Souza, or excuse me, that's Joseph Ruff for East Greenwich, sending it underway. We're back in second half action. And ball touched on the turf, and Yusuf Abdullah will fall on top of that one, as he couldn't handle it cleanly. So the drive will start at the 25-yard line for the Townies. Townies break the huddle.
Into the boundary, tight end, wing.
Maxwell Whiting having himself an excellent night as he gets set under center. And timeout called by the Townies. So while we get into the second half, we'll give you the game sponsors here on Fans Only Sports Networks. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Perino Properties. Mention Fans Only Sports and get a $500 credit towards buying or selling your home. 401 Strength and Fitness. Contact them at 401-270-3009. Joseph Lammy, attorney at law in Cranston, Rhode Island. Go to josephlammy.com. The Local, 478 Waterman Ave in East Providence, Rhode Island. Check them out at thelocalri.com. Shamrock Home Loans. Go to shamrockhomeloans.com for more. Basta on Broad, that's 2195 Broad Street in Cranston, Rhode Island. Then Batola, 44 Rolfe Square in Cranston, Rhode Island. Then finally, by our Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. Be seen by signing up for our Elite Recruits today at oureliterecruits.com. So back into the action after the timeout break. Handoff to the tailback. He'll bring it up the gut. A great movement for Johnson, who came around on the end around. And that will move the ball up for a gain of 8 on the play. So that'll bring up second down and 2.
Same formation.
Second and 2. And quarterback taking it to the left side and really being brought down as he's taken out of bounds. Surprised no flags were thrown on the play.
Spencer has to stay home.
And gains about 2. I'm still waiting for the referee's signal. They're probably going to mark him a yard shy, so 1 yard gain by Whiting, and that'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Townies.
I know. Sorry, Spencer has to stay home there.
Avengers break the huddle.
Same formation.
3rd down and 1, man in motion. Whiting with the handoff, and it's going to be good enough for the first. Fooled everyone on that play. And so the Townies once again move the chains. So 1st and 10, a new set of downs, hard-fought set of downs for the Townies. And a handoff this time to Abdullah. And he's brought down immediately at the line of scrimmage. And so that'll set up 2nd and 10 for no gain on the play. We'll actually give them a gain of 1 by the looks of it. No, they're going to still say 2nd and 10.
They got the Twins in the game. The trick slip to us.
2nd and 10. Whiting gets back under center. Man in motion, Abdullah, and he hands it off this time to the fullback. Fullback with space. Or no, they faked me out again as they take it to the sideline. Faked everyone out up here in the booth. A gain of about 2 or 3, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Third down. 3rd and 7.
So
I think he's going to roll towards us.
Townies have been effective with their end-around scheme that they've been running constantly all night, and a bunch look up in the box with the fullback disguised there. Really no tailback set in the back for the most part. But here, 3rd down and 7. Whiting looking to throw this time. Whiting to the side. He's got Abdullah. Abdullah, he will go the distance again for the Townies. Touchdown, East Providence. Yusuf Abdullah once again with his 2nd receiving touchdown of the evening. And the Townies are just adding it on here with just about 9 minutes to go here in the start of the 3rd quarter. Ever since the 1st quarter, the Avengers have allowed 32 unanswered points to their credit. And the Townies look to try and make it 34 with the 2-point try. Whiting. He'll hand it off this time and taking it across the line. It is across and good. Jihad Davis-Binto. Score now 34-7 with 9:02 to go here left in the 3rd quarter of action here on Fans Only Sports Network. And the kicking team getting set. And this one kicked towards the sideline, a short kick. And scrambling through the traffic, but eventually brought down with 8:56 to go was number 5, Ryan Sheeran. And the Avengers, they've been stopped several times on the last few drives. Thomas has had a touchdown on the night, but also 2 interceptions to add on to it. And with not much time left, with time slowly trickling away here for the Avengers, Thomas definitely looking to get his team back on the scoreboard. And the handoff. Great space to the right, and he'll be brought down after a gain of 8 on the play.
Big gain, big hole through the middle. Followed about an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 2 on the running play.
They're not covering the slot.
2nd and 2 for the Thomases. And he'll take a low snap, looking to the right side. He's got a man complete and out of bounds. And that'll stop the clock with 8 minutes to go after the first down is credited to number 5, Ryan Sheeran.
Marked on the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Avengers.
So 1st and 10 from the 40. Inside Townies territory for the first time in a while. The Thomasis takes a high snap off to the left over to Thomas Sheeran. Sheeran still on his feet. Finally brought down way behind the 50-yard line. That's a loss, a big loss on the play. So that's 2nd down. It looks like they're going to mark him at about the Avengers 46. So it's a loss of 9. That'll bring up 2nd and 19.
Ball is marked on the 46-yard line of the Avengers. 2nd and 17.
Or 17. Got my math incorrect there. The handoff up the gut. Flag on the play.
Taken by K. Thomas.
The only problem is I think this is on us.
There's a flag down.
Flag in the backfield.
Are we not set?
And multiple whistles called after the play concluded. Still waiting. False start called on East Greenwich. It's going to be a loss of 5. That'll make it 2nd and 22 after the false start penalty.
Looks like it's on the 31-yard line after that penalty. That's 2nd and 24.
So 2nd and 22 to come. With under 7 minutes to go. About to hit the 6.5-minute mark. Thomasis looking to throw. Looking to the left side. He gets the pass off. It's low. And they're going to call it incomplete as that ball hit the turf.
Flag down.
And a flag thrown on the play. Incompletion would make it 3rd and 22, but we're still waiting for the official signal as flags are thrown in the backfield. They're going to call a roughing the passer penalty.
Against East Providence.
And that's going to be an automatic 1st down for East Greenwich.
Ball is taken inside the 45-yard line of the Townies. We'll call it the 44. 1st and 10.
So they'll go right back to where they started after the 15-yard penalties enforced. And so a new set of downs after that mistake from East Providence. With 6:28 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Thomasis dual back set on either side. 3 wides. And they caught him. Man moved right there. That's the tailback. So you gain the yardage and you lose some more on top of it. That was number 11, Tyler Kim, on the false start. So I'll bring up 1st and 15 now, just before a yard over midfield in Townie territory. First and 15. The Thomasis. He'll step back. Looking to throw. Screen play off to the left. And multiple flags thrown at the end of the play. Off on the sideline. As the screen looked like it fell incomplete. A lot of tonight's crowd decked out in pink. Of course, October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Good turnout here tonight, here in East Greenwich. So the flags are taken away. And it looks like it's going to be against East Greenwich. So this is going to push them back at least 15 yards. Of the Avengers' 35-yard line. So that's going to bring up second and 30. And looking to throw to Thomasis. Deep shot. He's got a man all the way downfield. And it's a question of if he had enough for the first. But give credit of the catch there to Patrick Kiernan, who's been on several big plays. He had the touchdown earlier tonight. And so that was a 30-yard gain and enough for an Avengers first down. Patrick Kiernan just finding the openings on the sideline for much of this game, and he does it once again, saving the Avengers from what could have been a very bad series of downs. But back in the saddle. And stepping back, looking to throw. Sideline, caught by Ryan Sheeran as he's brought down to the turf. So that's going to bring up second down and about 5 on the play. 5-yard catch. And Avengers back in business. To Thomasis. Stepping, looking to throw. He'll instead draw it to Kim. Tyler Kim, ooh, thrown down hard to the turf. Big play there by number 8. That was Jahad Davis-Pinto. Dropping him to the turf, and that's going to be a 4-yard carry. And that's going to bring up third down and 1. Right on the threshold of the 25-yard line. 25 yards to go till pay dirt. And 1 yard to go till this first. Avengers, they've been struggling all night long to move this ball. Third quarter ticking away. If they want to get back in this one, they got to score quick. And then got to hope their defense can stand up with a momentum swing. Excuse me. Third down and 1. The Thomasis calling back to the tailback. Hard counting at the line. And the handoff as he falls to the turf. The ball's loose. And the Townies will fall on this one quickly. As that is Jahad Davis-Pinto to get the ball back. And East Providence comes away with the football. And they'll get this one from the 25-yard line. Or just about the 21. So the Avengers turn the ball over for the third time tonight. So 4:15 to go. Man in motion, handoff. And Whiting, it was a keeper this time by Jacob Duarte, who's checked in at the quarterback position. And good enough for another Townies first. So 1st and 10 for the Townies. Another handoff. This time it's Whiting. Whiting taking it up. And it looks like he'll gain about 5 or 6. East Providence really just moving the ball upfield with these quick chunk yardages. And they'll give him 6 on the play. So they'll bring up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Ball marker on the 40-yard line of Townies.
Townies moving the ball effectively on the ground. They've been doing so all night long, but then you also have to commend them for what they've done through the air. Some big dots out to Yusuf Abdullah, There's just been certain times where you almost question how he's gotten that wide open. Secondary really been shutting down for the Avengers as the game's gone on. Whiting scrambling around, goes off to the left, continues to move upfield. He's got the first down and more. Talk about making something out of nothing. Maxwell Whiting with another great run and another first down. Whiting's just been all over the field tonight. And you don't want to really give any bad puns as a commentator, but Whiting's moving like lightning out there. If you want to go a little Dr. Seuss-esque on people. 1st and 10 from the 49, the handoff. Oof, met right in the backfield. A great play by the Avengers defense there. First big tackle we've seen in a while, and that's going to be a loss of about 1, so that'll bring up 2nd and 11. But the Avengers, we saw them have some very strong momentum really in the start of this one with the quick touchdown pass to start off the game. But East Providence put themselves right in the conversation with that kickoff return from Trey Resendez. And then, of course, Resendez making big plays all over the field. And, of course, you got to commend Maxwell Whiting and Joseph Abdullah. Whiting taking it up himself. He's got a lot of space as he jukes a man. Has the first down and more. Continues to go. He might have a chance for the end zone. And they're going to call him just shy. And they're going to stop the clock. It looks like he'll be short by a yard. But talk about a near 50-yard scramble. And so that's going to bring up 1st and goal from about the 5, they'll call them. And the Townies, they just keep cooking something up each drive. And they look to make this a 40-point game if they can get this ball across, dropping a 40-burger. 50-burger still not out of the equation. And a toss play this time to Davis Pinto. Pinto stopped just short. About the 2-yard, a 3-yard gain. So that's going to bring up 2nd and goal. It's been tough sledding for this Avengers defense. They've been playing on their heels all night long, and it's just been tough. They just haven't been able to chalk up much to stop this high-powered Townies offense that really took some time to get started. But once they got going, they just haven't looked back, and they've just been able to keep pounding that ball. Another handoff to Davis Pinto. Did he get across? And it looks like they're going to say the knee was down just shy of the end zone. So now 3rd and goal to go. Clock expiring here. We'll see if excuse me, if the Townies are going to be able to get a playoff before the expiration of the 3rd quarter. And they're trying back to the sidelines. Looks like they're going to just hold off and take things from the start of the 4th quarter.
No, it's the quarter.
We're already through 3 quarters of action here. Score sitting at 34-7 as we hit the 4th here on Fans Only Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment as the team switch sides for the final push here. Townies lead the Avengers 34-7 here on Fans Only Sports Network. We'll be right back. And welcome back for the start of the fourth quarter here. Score sitting at 34-7 as East Greenwich trails East Providence. Townies have had themselves a great game, to say the least. They've just been firing on all cylinders throughout this one. And the continuation of their last drive, 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Whiting under center, and they're going to hand it off to Pinto. And he stays on his feet as they didn't whistle him dead. He'll take it across, so they're going to call it a touchdown. They will. Jahad Davis Pinto puts 40 points up on the board tonight for the Townies. And that should basically all but do it in terms of this one. Still got a lot more time to go. But East Greenwich has had a really, really tough night tonight, as East Providence has just had its way from start to finish. And the point after try, high snap, the kick blocked. And so the point after try falls no good. Townies still lead this one by a score of 40-7. And before we head to kickoff, we'll give you tonight the word from tonight's game sponsors. Tonight's game's brought to you in part by the Perino Properties. Go to perinoproperties.com and mention Fans Only Sports and get a $500 credit towards buying or selling your home. 401 Strength and Fitness. Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Ave in Cranston, Rhode Island, josephlammy.com. The Local, 478 Waterman Avenue in East Providence. Check them out at thelocalri.com. Shamrock Home Loans. Go to shamrockhomeloans.com for more. Basta on Broad, 2195 Broad Street in Cranston, Rhode Island. Belota, 444 Rolfe Square in Cranston, Rhode Island. And then finally, by yours truly, our elite recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. Be seen by signing up for our elite recruits today at www.oureliterecruits.com. 11:50 to go here in quarter number 4 as East Providence will send it away. And quickly out of bounds. And, of course, penalized for that. And so the ball is going to be spotted at just before the 40 at the 39-yard line. And the Avengers looking to get at least one successful drive before the end of this one, as they are just being completely blown out up until this point. Score sitting at 40-7. To Thomasis with the handoff up the gut. Plenty of room for the tailback as he has the first down and more. And he's finally brought down after a gain about 12.
First down, he ripped off about 13 yards.
13, they'll give it to him, and that's Carlos Gallegos with a nice, hard-powered run. And so, new set of downs as the Avengers move the chains once again.
The Avengers, ball is marked on the 48-yard line of the Townies. First and 10.
And handoff up the gut again. Ooh. And wrapped up, he'll gain about 1 or 2 as they tried to give it once again to Gallegos. This time the defense not caught sleeping.
Ball's on the 47-yard line. Second and 9.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 9 as we hit under 11 minutes from East Greenwich. East Providence just playing like superstars tonight. We kind of walked into this one, ladies and gentlemen, expecting for a much closer matchup, but East Providence really catching us all off guard. The Thomasis on the left, nearly another one-handed grab coming from Patrick Kiernan. He had the one-handed touchdown to start off tonight's festivities, and ever since then, it's just swung in the opposite direction in terms of points for. 40 unanswered that East Providence has put up tonight. So following the incompletion, that'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Avengers have been very unsuccessful on 3rd downs in the second half. Thomasis with the dual backs, trios, and he'll step back looking to throw. He's hawking one deep to Kiernan. Kiernan's got it! Scampering across for his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Avengers get some points back up on the scoreboard with 10:24 to go. Score now sitting at 40-13. And they'll send out the kicking team as Joseph Ruff gets set for the point after try.
Ruff on for the kick. The Thomas is on the hold.
And snap right down the middle, and it's good.
That'll make the score 10:24 left in the game. The Townies 40, your Avengers 14.
So the Townies still lead this one by a score of 40-14 with 10:16 to go in quarter number 4 here on Fans Only Sports Network. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, for more live action of high school and, of course, college club sports. Check out the action tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Field hockey between Cranston East, the Cranston East Thunderbolts, and the Tollgate Tigers. That's right here. And then followed by club college hockey. Providence Friars taking in the ice tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And then following that, more college club hockey as the Bryant men's team will take the ice Sunday at 2:50 p.m. Once again, all of these right here on Fans Only Sports. If you're interested in checking out more Fans Only Sports live stream games, go to fansonlysports.com, sports with a Z at the end, and get your live stream passes there. You can get single game passes or a full season package. Definitely a great deal. Go to fansonlysports.com. And Pinto on the kick. It's a squibbed ball, and it takes a roll. Finally spotted there. Taking it upfield is Trey Resendez. Resendez still on his feet. Scampers off to the right. Going up the middle, and he'll finally be brought down after a very good gain.
Looks like he's just over the 40-yard line.
And so Townies with 1st and 10.
1st and 10 Townies.
As the clock's ticking away, under 10 minutes to go.
He just ran off the field. Roman's right next to you. He's right behind you.
Man in motion. And up the gut we go. And brought down and after a 4-yard gain. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
45-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Whiting getting under center. Johnson in motion. Whiting gives the handoff here. And a nice run for a 1st down and more. As that's brought down. That's David Vieira moving the chains for East Providence once again. They're going to call.
Down for County 1st down. Nope. We had a penalty, personal foul on the Avengers, so it will be a 1st down.
So a personal foul against the Avengers gives the Townies an automatic 1st down, plus the yardage they had already gained. So this moves the ball past the 30 to just shy at the 26.
1st and 10 Townies, Avenger 26.
So the 26-yard line. As we reach just about the 8.5-minute mark, Townies looking to add more onto the scoreboard. Whiting under center, and he'll keep the ball himself. Flips it over, a great option play, as the running back will take it right out of bounds. And get a jersey number there. 8-yard gain there for Lucas Santa Cruz. So that's going to bring up 2nd and short, about 2 yards to go. And a man in motion, LaCruz, and scooped up on as the ball was popped free. And it looks like a gain of only 1 on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 1 to go. With not much time left to go here, Townies looking to kill off most of this clock. And new check-in at quarterback. And brought up there by Vieira. And that's good enough for a first down as Vieira breaks the plane for the first down. And checking in at quarterback now is number 24, Jaden Healy. Healy getting under center after relieving Maxwell Whiting, who's had an excellent night all around. Healy giving it once again there to Vieira. Vieira kept going, and Vieira continues to move this ball. So that's 2nd down and about 3 after the 7-yard carry. Getting very close to 1st and goal. So 2nd and 4. Healy getting back under center. Man in motion again. Healy gives it off once again to Vieira. Or knows. Different man this time around, but it'll be enough to move the chains and bring up 1st and goal.
Looks like it's on the 3-yard line from 3. First and goal.
Townies with just about half the quarter killed. Look to punch it in another time. They break the huddle and they'll come back out. And timeout called by East Providence. So we'll be right back as both sides will come back out here for this 1st and goal play. And we're back here for 1st and goal. And the handoff up the gut. Looks like they managed to stop them just shy, and they will. Second and goal.
Looks like we're at the 2-yard line. Second and goal.
So ball spotted at the 2-yard line. And another handoff up the gut, powering forward and across for 6. Another one on the board here as the Townies increase the lead to 46-14 with 5:09 remaining. Just 4 points shy of dropping a 50 burger. And, of course, it's just been tough sledding tonight from the Avengers. Still 5 minutes to go. Anything's on the table at this point with what East Providence has been able to pull tonight. And the point after try. Kick is up and going sharply to the left. No good. So 5:09 remaining here, and score sitting at 46-14. And really, as we've said before, the retrospective looking back on this game, it's just been all East Providence. In the start of the game, however, East Greenwich had themselves a very meticulous way of moving the ball through the air. The run game was never truly there. It had a chance to get going, but momentum really swinging in East Providence's direction after that 100-yard kickoff return made by Trey Resendez. And ever since then, the Townies have just managed to put up 40 unanswered before that touchdown scored on the Avengers' last possession. .509 to go here in quarter number 4. As the Townies will look to kick it off. Lucas Santa Cruz gets set, and he'll kick this one down the middle. Taking it upfield. Moving off to the left side is Sheeran. Sheeran with some space, and he's finally taken out of bounds. And Thomas Sheeran, he's definitely had himself a solid night throughout the affair. The Avengers' pass game hasn't really suffered in terms of yards gained. However, it's just in terms of the consistency of the completions that they've been lacking. And, of course, the run game never truly able to really get going. We've seen some nice bursts, both from the Thomases and, of course, the series of tailbacks that they've thrown at us tonight. But it's just been tough sledding all around for this Avengers unit. So 1st and 10 for the Thomases. He'll hand it off. And Gallegos thrown down behind the line. As he's taken down immediately for a loss of 1.
Loss of 1, make it 2nd and 11.
And a man in motion this time for East Greenwich. Thomas is sending Jack Martinez. And a handoff to Gallegos. Gallegos wrapped up. And did he gain much on the play is the question. And a flag thrown after the play was over. And it's going to go against the Townies. And that's going to move the ball upfield in favor of East Greenwich. And it's a personal foul, so that's an automatic 1st down for East Greenwich. 4 minutes to go. And the Avengers looking to get one more quick score on the board to really not make this game look as tough as it's been for them. They hand off to Gallegos, and he'll pick up a few. It's like about 5 or 6 on the carry. So that'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Ball's on the 37-yard line.
And under center. Handoff here. And spinning around, spinning his way forward, Gallegos. Checking into the game now at quarterback, Carson Hardesky coming in for Alexander DeThomasis. Thomasis has had himself a solid outing. However, giving up a fumble and 2 interceptions has not made it as solid as he could have hoped for. So now at the end of this one, Carson Hardesky moving the offense up. And that's going to make this about 3rd and short, about 3 to go. 2 they'll give him. Man in motion. Hardesky. And a toss play off to the left. Taking it upfield there is Boris Carson. Carson. And it looks like he's going to have enough to move the chains here for East Greenwich. So a new set of downs to come. 2:08 to go.
Nice run by Carrison. First down, Avengers.
The Avengers look to just continue to run the ball.
Ball's marked on the 25-yard line. First and 10 on the 25.
So 1st and 10. Hardesky. He'll toss it over there to Carson. Carson taking it to the right, trying to make a move, and he's going to get thrown down hard to the turf.
Gain another 5-6 yards.
And it's a gain of about, we'll give him 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Hardesky looking to punch this one into the end zone quickly. His time is slowly coming to an end on this one here. Hardesky. And play action. Gets the pass off. Complete off to the left. And brought down. That was number 42, Roman Procetta.
Caught by number 42.
And under a minute to go. Just under 45 seconds to go. And that's a new set of downs coming for East Greenwich.
Like a first down, Avengers. First down. Ball's on the 15-yard line.
Offense quickly trying to get set. Don't have much time left before the final buzzer sounds here from East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Stepping back, Hardesky. He'll huck this one up to the corner of the end zone, and it'll fall on the turf. Incomplete. Flags thrown in the secondary. Pass was intended that time for number 84. That's Jack Martinez. And they're going to call pass interference on the defense. And so, automatic first down. Coming for East Greenwich with 14 seconds to go. Hardesky.
First and goal.
I'll bring up 1st and goal. And whistle's called. Not quite sure what we're signaling for here. Oh. Still 1st and goal. Hardesky. He'll hand the ball off. Met immediately in the backfield was Boris Carson. And that will be the Avengers' final play of the evening. So that'll conclude tonight's game. Final score in this one, the East Providence Townies coming to East Greenwich to take on the Avengers and take them down in a very dominating fashion. Final score at 46-14. Here from East Greenwich, Rhode Island, Chris Hetu and Hunter Joavorni signing off here. No, yes. Good, got it? All right, I usually butcher that. Thank you all for tuning into the broadcast tonight here on Fans Only Sports Network. Signing off from one last time here in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Thank you, everyone. You've watched the Ocean State Friday Night Lights here, and we will catch you all next week. Thank you for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.